This is where I had left off on the previous video. These are some people we ran into that hooked up with us to ride for the day. They were from Louisiana, father and son. The hanging rock is up top of this to the left. He wanted to try to go up this. It's a lot steeper than it looks on the video, and you get up here, you can't really see, and front end's coming up. Got a little nervous about it. He tried again and got a little sideways, so then he just called it good. But what we did here is we started out early in the morning. We looped around, went up to the 60-foot waterfalls and Oregon Creek Falls, and came back. Came up here, and this is East Fly Gap Road is right here, what we're on. So our plan was to try to get to Combs around lunchtime. We got there a little later than what we was planning on, but it's still good enough.
That ain't happening.
So what we did is you go up East Fly Gap Road, you hit 23, go back to the south just a little ways, and then jump onto West Fly Gap Road, which is what this is. And this is into the Mill Creek riding area now. This trip was in November. I think this was November 11th, I believe, on this one. And I think that we would have came a couple of weeks earlier, we would have caught the leaves a little bit better. There were places where the leaves were still changing, but there was a lot of places where the leaves had already fell down and brown looking. But they had a really dry summer, so I don't know if they really had the colors like they normally did. We've been down there in the past where they were really popping. There's 4 of us in this group. My buddy Mike, he's up there leading. We got Scooter behind him, and then the father and son from Louisiana that hooked up with us. There were a lot of trees down in places. We had been down here in the spring, and there wasn't none of the trees weren't down like they were now. So they've had a storm come through, or the extra dry summer affected them. But there was a lot of places we had to go around down trees. Some had been cut out. We didn't have anything to cut with, so we had to just go the way that everybody's been going around, which is they've pretty much all had established trails around these big trees that were down. Thinking that maybe we might try getting us a little maybe electric chainsaw to carry with us, so that we can clear out some of this stuff. If nobody's been down here, the Mill Creek riding area costs you $3 a day to ride there, which is nothing. That's $3 a day per side-by-side. And they got a pay station on the west side and one on the east side. Like I said in the video before this one, the 2 weeks before we went down there, they had got raining off and on, so we got all the streams back going and the waterfalls going, and the dust was down a whole bunch. You come down here in the summertime, the dust can be really bad out here on some of these trails that are out in the open. several ways we could go to get over to Mill Creek Road, which is what we're trying to get to, that take us to Combs. And we decided to go here. This is part of the blue loop we're turning onto here. And this is you know, in November, and the highs were up in the low 70s. So I mean, the weather was really nice for riding. Yeah, overnight it would get down to the mid 40s, I think it was, but it warmed up pretty quick. Yeah, you can see a lot of water standing in different places. There is a lot of clay areas, so that it gets packed down and it holds the water. But you can come down here and ride all these trails in the rain. In a previous video, you can go check out, I put out where I ride the whole blue loop and it's raining the whole time and didn't have any troubles. There are a few muddy areas that you got to watch out for, but not a lot, and there's always a way around them. This is one of our favorite places to go ride. We're from Kansas City, Missouri, so this is a 5-hour drive for us to get down here, counting us stopping. But this is a big area. You got the Mill Creek area trail system that you have to pay to ride, which is $3. But there's all kinds of other trails around. On the Mulberry side you can ride. There's a lot of county roads. They call them county roads, but some of them are just barely roads. And there's a lot of waterfalls you can go find. And it is well worth coming down and spending a couple of days. Me and my buddy Mike, who used to work together before I retired, and we usually come down at least twice a year. We come down once in the spring and once in the fall. Now that I'm retired, I might go down there a little more often. We normally stay at the Mulberry Mountain Lodge and Event Center. We have been just renting one of their little houses to stay in, which isn't too bad when you're splitting the cost between two. But they have a big campground there too, and we've been thinking about trying that, but I haven't done it yet. Father and son that's right ahead of me here, the ones that are from Louisiana. After we get up to Combs and eat lunch, they head on back. They go back the road back to Mulberry Mountain, where we went back and cut through the Mill Creek trail system and came back. Hear that clunking noise. That clunking noise.
We will come to where we can hang our hard right, get almost a U-turn in a little bit.
But the clunking noise, I have a spare tire rack on the back of my.
I love these radios. Best investment we made.
Yeah, you're right on that.
Like I was saying, I have a spare tire rack, and the brackets have cracked on it, and I didn't didn't know it until after I got back home. I was washing it up and found it.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have to do some.
You could go either way, but right is the shortest.
I'm gonna have to do some welding and maybe weld a plate on where they cracked. But haven't done it yet. That's where I'm getting that squeaking and clunking noise. This is Mill Creek coming up here. The Mill Creek is on the west side of the Mill Creek riding area, and crossing it, and that'll get us up to Mill Creek Road, which will take us on down to West 16, and then that takes you right into Combs. Coming out here, we turn it right, take this towards Combs. If we were to turn left on this Mill Creek Road, it would take us down by the west entrance of the Mill Creek Trail System, and there's where the pay station and stuff is. But this is Mill Creek Road, 4275, and it starts out as just a gravel dirt road, and then eventually it goes to pave. But there are people that live on this off of this road, so you need to just keep your speed down. Try not to stir up too much dust. Try not to bother the people, because not everywhere will allow you to ride on roads like this. Just be respectful of the people that live out here. Went to this gravel road, and then it goes to paved road when you get closer to 16s. Now it's paved. But I'd like to thank everybody that has subscribed to my channel. I haven't got to my 1,000 subscribers. I haven't made any money yet. I'm slowly making a little bit, not much. But I want to thank everybody that subscribed and watches my videos. This is 16 here, so when you come out to it, you turn to the left to go up to Combs, and Combs is just really close. And they got the cafe there, and they have a gas pump, so it's a good place if you need to get some gas. You can get some gas there. There's not a lot of places to get gas around close. But this is 16 West. It goes up to Combs, and they got the cafe, and then, like I said, they got a gas pump there. It's nice to go in there and support a local business, and food was good. It's nice to get a hot lunch. A lot of times we just take our cold sandwiches and eat on the trail, which is good too. But it's nice to sit down and have a good lunch. But this is where this video is going to end. I'll have another video of the trip coming out soon. Like I said, the father and son from Louisiana, they cut off from us here. But we went in, had a good lunch. I'd like to thank everybody again for watching and subscribing and liking and all that. Check back soon.